Hello, Algebra 1. Today we're going to talk about equations as functions. So it says a function can also be represented by an equation. My pen didn't want to work there. The equation will generate ordered pairs by taking an input that results in a certain output. The graph of an equation is the set of all ordered pairs which often form a line or a curve. Think of a function like a machine. It takes an x value and produces a y value. So we put it in here, something happens to it, and then another value comes out. The x value is called the independent variable, and the y value is called the dependent variable. Okay, x is independent because you pick it. Y is dependent because it changes based on which value you picked. All right, complete each function table and then graph the function. Okay, we have x plus 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our x value. So we would have negative 5 plus 4. Negative 5 plus 4 is negative 1. And then negative 4 plus 4, which is 0. And negative 2 plus 4, which is 2. And 0 plus 4, which is 4. Okay, so I'm just taking each of my x values and plugging it in for the x value that's right here, doing what it says, so adding 4 to find my y value. And then I'm going to graph those points from the origin. Negative 5, negative 1 means from the origin I'm going to go left 5, down 1, and I'm going to put a dot right there. Left 4, and then no up or down. Left 2, up 2, and then 0, 4. And then I'm going to connect those dots with a line that goes through my entire grid. Okay, there's another way you can do these. You can use your calculator to help you find these values for you. So I'm going to show you how to use your calculator to help with that. So we have y equals 3/4 x minus 2. So I'm going to put this into my calculator. So I'm going to go to this gray button on the top left that says y equals, and I'm going to type in what it said. It said 3/4, so 3 divided by 4, x, was it plus 2? Oh, minus 2. 3/4 x, and then minus 2. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to second table, or where it says graph. And then I can scroll up and down, and I can write down the things that it says for the ones that I need. So if I'm looking at this, Elliot. Okay, so if I'm looking at this, it says negative 4, negative 5. So I can put a negative 5 here. 0 is, if I look at my table on my calculator, it says 0 is negative 2. Here it's 4 is 1. And then on here I'll have to arrow down so that I can see what 8 says. 8 is 4. Okay, so I can use my calculator to help me find those values. So -4, -5, 0, -2, 4, 1, and then 8, 4. I can't actually go to the right 8, so I'm just going to leave it as those 3 points and then draw my line. So I'll graph the points that I can graph, leave the ones off that I can't. Okay, so y equals, I'm going to hit clear, type 3x, sorry, 3, and then the x that's right here next to this alpha, and then second, and then this gray button on the top right. And I'm going to fill in my table that's over here. Okay, so -2, I have -6, -1, I have -3, 0, I have 0, and 1, I have 3. Now, I can also just multiply. This is just saying 3 times -2, 3 times -1, 3 times 0, and 3 times 1. And so I could do those also. Either way, whichever one works best for you. But -2, -6, -1, -3, 0, 0, and 1, 3. And then I can draw my line. Okay? Going over to the next one, same thing. Y equals, I'm going to do -3 divided by 2, x plus 2. Second graph. Oh, I didn't hit second, sorry. Second graph. Okay, so this one says -2, 5, 0, 2, 2, Elliot, -1, and 4, -4. Him stretching. Apparently he has gas. Sorry guys, you get to deal with it. -2, +5, 0, 2, 2, -1, and 4, -4 right here. Okay, and then draw your line. All right. Okay, so what I would suggest is, let me look to make sure before I say that. Yeah, these next two, maybe try by yourself. So like pause the video, try them, and come back and check to make sure we got the same thing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put them in here. Okay, so this one would be 4, 2, 1, -3. So when I graph that, it would be there. -1, 2. Sorry, my dots aren't really looking like dots. 0, 1. That one did. And then 4, -3. So it should look something like that. When you do number 6, you should get 2, 1, 0, -1. So that's right there. 0, 1, 3, 0, and 6, -1. Ugh, that was not a straight line, guys. Sorry. Okay, so it says given each function and domain, find the range values. This is actually asking us to do the same thing. This is our function, And then technically it's giving us these x values. It's saying 4, 6, and 8. So we can do the exact same thing we were doing before. We can just do like 4 minus 5, negative 1. 6 minus 5, 1. 8 minus 5, 3. Or we can type it into our calculator. The last thing that we have to do though is we have to write this as a range of values. And the way that we do that is we do smallest to largest in curly brackets. So that would be negative 1, 1, 3. And if a number repeats, we just don't write it as a repeat. Okay? So we're going to do the same thing with the next one. Okay, it's telling us that our x values are negative 1, 0, 1, and 4. So you can type them into your calculator if you'd like. You can say 3x plus 1 and go to your table. Negative 1 is negative 2, 0, 1, 1, 4, and 4, 13. And then we just have to write them in order. Negative 2, 1, 4, 13. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to pause the video, take a minute with your group, and see if y'all can find the range of values on those next few questions. I will write the answers down so that you can make sure you got them correct. But just take a minute and see if you can figure them out. So hopefully y'all were able to figure them out. On number 9, you should get negative 1, 1, 6. Remember that no matter what order they came in on our table, we will write them from smallest to largest in the curly brackets. Number 10, we should get negative 4, 2, 5. Okay, number 11, we should get 4, 7, 9. Number 12, we should get 7, 13, and 17. On 13, you should have gotten negative 13, 11, 19. And then last on 14, you should get negative 7, negative 6, negative 2. Okay? So, again, you can use your calculator, you can do it by hand, either way. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day.